Hello everyone and welcome to Heather's Happy Stitches. I'm Heather. Today we are on day 4 of 365 days of Granny Squares. I hope you have enjoyed the series so far, and I hope you continue on this adventure with me. So today we are going to be using turquoise. That's this color here. It's like a, I don't know, like a turquoise blue color. It shows up just as blue on camera. And then just a regular light blue. They are both a medium weight 4-ply yarn, so that will be very consistent with the rest of what we're doing. And as always, a 5.5 millimeter hook, scissors, and a tapestry needle. Today we will be doing a spike stitch. So we're going to start with a slip stitch. So it's just wrap it around your finger, pull the loose end through the center, grab it with your hook, slip stitch. Now we're going to be chaining 22. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I won't make you watch me do this, so I will chain 22 and I will be right back. Alright, so I have my 22 stitches, and we are going to be working in the second chain from the hook. So this is the first one and this is the second one. So a single crochet is push through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, push through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, go through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, just like that all the way down. All right, so here we are going to change colors. So now we should have 21 chains, and we're going to change colors. So we're going to do the last stitch like almost like normal, but instead of yarning over and pulling through both of these, we're going to add our second color and just finish up the stitch. And now we're going to be using this color. So here, to make sure that your new color is nice and secure, especially if you don't want a knot or another knot, except for your first one, just do a quick double knot here. And that way we know that this blue, this light blue, isn't going to go anywhere. All right, now we're going to turn our work, and into this first stitch here, we're going to chain a single crochet. And now we're going to do our first spike. So this is basically an extended single crochet. So instead of working into the next stitch up here, we're going to be working into the chain from the 2 rows before. So in this particular case, it's the chain stitch. So we're just going to go down in there, yarn over, pull through, and pull it up so that it's even with your first loop and you have a extended stitch in here, and then here pull through both, and then we're going to go into the next stitch from the previous row, and then we're going to go down into the chain stitch again and bring it up, yarn over, pull through, and then the next chain or the next stitch, and then down into the chain stitch. Alright, so this is going to be our last spike stitch for this round. And then we're going to go into this last chain here for a single crochet. You're always going to start and stop with a single crochet. Oh, excuse me. And we're going to chain one, and then for this round we're just going to single crochet all the way across. Alright, so now that we're at the end, you're going to single crochet, start a single crochet into the next one, and we're going to stop here, and we're going to move this over on up top. We're going to bring this up and finish the stitch like that, and then we can move this out of the way. So basically we effectively trapped this blue one behind the carry up we effectively trapped the light blue behind the other blue, the tequa or whatever it's called, so that it's not going to go anywhere. So we're going to chain one and turn, and now we're back to our spikes. So that's our pattern. So it's going to be all the way up until we hit our 6 inches. It's going to be just a row of single crochets, a row of spikes, a row of single crochets, a row of spikes, a row of single crochets, a row of spikes, and on and on. And I will show you one more time how to do the spike, or for another row how to do the spikes. So we started with our single crochet, and then bring down into our spike row from the color before, yarn over and pull through. So you're going down 2 rows to make your spike, and then from the row before we're going to single crochet into that stitch, and then we're going to go down into 2 rows below, carry it up until it matches, and then finish it. single crochet, down 2 rows, pull it up, single crochet from the one row before, go down 2 rows, do another spike stitch, single crochet, spike stitch,
single crochet, spike stitch, single crochet, spike stitch, single crochet, spike stitch, single crochet, spike stitch,
and then the last single crochet. That's what it looks like so far. So chain 1 and turn, and now you're just going to single crochet all the way across. Just be cautious when you're working with 2 yarns at the same time. They can get twisted, so keep an eye on it so that it doesn't get too tangled and it takes a long time to untangle them. So just keep an eye on them as you're changing colors to make sure that they don't get so tangled up that you can't untangle them. Do our last stitch. We're going to bring this color over and pull this one up and change your color. Just like that. And just chain 1 and turn and start your spike row all over again. So, but I am going to let you go from here. So just do your spike row, turn. Okay, so this would be the the front, the right side, and this is the back. You can tell the difference because the spike stitches here have their own distinct V's, and on the front side they're more a spike. They're not as spread out as the back side here. So on the front side you're doing your spikes, and on the back side you're doing the single crochet across. Wait. Okay. So again, I'm gonna let you guys go ahead. If you need a refresher, just go ahead and rewind the video to see exactly what I did and when. And I will meet back up with you when we have our 6 inches met. Alright, so I just finished up my 30th row, and I'm just going to close that off before I change colors, because it looks like a pretty decent square. Let's see what we got. Ooh, nice. 6 inches this way. Well, we knew that. And then 6 inches this way. Very nice. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1 and make that my fasten off. I always lose my needle. All right, and down here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put my hook through and just draw it up. Oh, I probably need to cut that, don't I? There. Draw it up a couple. Tie a quick knot. Try not to make it too tight because we don't want that corner to cave in. And then I'm just going to snip these a little shorter so that they're easier to weave in. And I won't make you watch this part, I'll cut this out. All right, so we got it all tucked in and away. So now for the fun part, attaching it. So we are going to take our cafe latte, make a slip knot, pick a corner. I pick this one. So now we need to have 7 sets of 3 to make the whole thing fit together. So now I'm just going to count the 3s like I have been doing. Oh, excuse me. To get that, hopefully get that number and have it be the correct number. 1, 2, all right, so we're going to count 1, 2, skip 2, double crochet into the 3rd, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, crochet, double crochet 3 times into the 3rd, For this one, I'm going to have to make it a little wider. So I'm going to skip 3 and go into the 4th one.
1, 2, and 3. And then go into the corner from here, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the corner makes 7. One, 2, 3.
Single crochet, and now to attach. Let's make sure we attach it properly. No mistakes. So, corner, attach, all right, so because there is no legitimate stitches here, I'm just going to line it up. I'm going to go in about where the stitches on this side are. Okay, so I'm going to attach. And then here, making sure not to pick up the one on the other side. 2, 3, 2, 3, and then attach.
And attach here. 2, 3. Attach. And then here. Attach. Here. Two, three, four, five, six.
Right here, I had to make a pretty decent sized leap to get it to line up properly.
One, attach. One. One, 2, 3.
Okay, so we know from up here we can't do exactly the 3, so maybe we'll do 3, 2, 3, 2. So let's do 1, 2, 3, go into the 4th, skip 2, 1, 2, go into the 3rd, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, go into the 4th,
One, 2, go into the 3rd. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that worked. Look at that. So now we know. The more you know. Alright, so before I cover it up, this is the front side and what it looks like pulling up the yarn as I go. It leaves just like a stripe. Kind of like a braid of when I was pulling up the different colors as I went along. I like that look, but if you don't, I mean, you don't have to carry the yarn up with you. You don't have to carry the yarn up with you. For each row, you can cut your yarn and then weave those ends in, but that is way too much work for me. And because we are putting this border on it, it'll all come out in the wash. You won't even notice it.
One, two, three, chain 2. One, 2, 3. All right.
So that's 1 down this, so we already have 1 down here, so we need 5 more in the middle. And because I had to make an awesome leap over here, I'm going to try not to do it like that again. So I'm going to pick dark blue or whatever color this is. 2, 3, and then
2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 more after this one. And 1 more.
and then slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. And fasten off. So far this has been by far the hardest one to put the border on and connect. We were forced to make some pretty decent bounds, and because of that it has slightly warped it. Made it kind of textured, and it's not quite as centered as I'd like it, but it's on there, and as it gets washed and used, it'll stretch, it'll work itself out in the wash, basically. But there it is so far, just big enough to get all 4 into the shot. So day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Have a great day.